Just my usual warning that this battle report contains swearing. Quite a lot of swearing this time, actually. Sorry, I have a filthy mouth. Alright, welcome back to Death by Dragons, everyone. I am here in the best named place in the UK. This is Russell.
Hi guys.
Where are we, Russell?
We are in Licky End.
Licky End. It's a real place. It's a real place. Look it up. It's the best named place, and you live here. This is Russell's house. Thanks for having me to your house, man.
That's all right.
So today we are playing 2,000 point battle Kings of War. We are playing Invade, which you just roll, which is the one where you have to be unit strength over the centre line, 100% over. I'm playing my stupid elf list just for a bit of a laugh, and you're playing
Herd.
the Herd.
Yes.
The Herd's the word. Cool. So let's get on with it. By the way, Russell is hiding behind him a naked photo of himself. Very exciting. The fittest man in Kings of War. Possibly. Runs an actual gym. Cool. So we'll get on with it. Let's look at the army lists.
Alright. So these are the lists. This is my... I have called it Elven Superstars. So this is a list where I thought, I'm just going to try and fit in as many of the unique units as I can into a single list. And it is ridiculous, but in my defense, I posted this to the Elves Facebook group, and I was surprised that no one was like, you're an idiot, and there was like a few helpful suggestions which I have incorporated. So we'll see how it runs anyway. I also think it runs better at 2250, just FYI, because you can add more chariots, but there you go. So it's got a Horde of Draken Riders with Brew of Strength, because you need something that's good. Horde of Chariots with Chant of Hate, which are also good, but a little bit lonely, I feel, in this list without a second Horde. Or archers or whatever, you know what I mean. An Elven Prince mounted on a horse. I did have a standard bearer with a diadem, but I thought, I think the list will only work with more blocking elements in it, because you will need to be able to set up charges. I took a Tree Herder because nobody takes him, and I love him. And I gave him Critter's Call 8 and Banner of the Griffin, so he's nice defense 6. Token holder, that kind of role. The Green Lady, who's the first of my individual units, legendary units. The Green Lady's Wild Guard, who are never taken by anyone. Spoiler on him because they suck. But they are pretty, they're 25 attacks. They've got Pathfinder. I think they're stealthy. I wish they had ensnare. I think they do have ensnare, which I completely forgot in this game. So that's interesting. And then on the suggestion of Mr. Tom Robinson, I gave them Brew of Haste, right? Because they Vanguard. So if you are lucky, you can get them a turn 1 charge, which is quite fun with 25 attacks. Cool. So that's them. And then I took the Awoken Guardians, who are the unique Forest Shamblers. So they've got Mind Thirst and stuff like that. I took Tidarian Dragon Lord on the suggestion of Mr. Grant Alexander. Just because I did have like the Mystical Dragon Lord with the boots, who is, I think, more useful. But, going with the theme of the list, unique units that no one takes, Tidarian's in. So he's got very inspiring and brutal. It's still only 10 attacks, which feels a bit wrong, but there you go. And then I took a unit of Battle Cats, because I feel the Battle Cats are much maligned. Everyone says they suck. I don't think they suck as much as people say. They're a nice little shield unit. They're quite a little bit fun. So yeah, that's my superstars. I really should put that superstars in inverted commas. My superstars list full of weird units that no one takes. But I think that this could kind of work. It's kind of an alpha strike list. There's a lot of Vanguard. Awoken Guardians also Vanguard. The Tree Herder also Vanguard, so you can get up in their face quite quickly. There's a lot of blocking elements, so the Tree Herder, the Green Lady, and the Prince can all block things off to set up charges. So played well, I feel it could be successful. The key in that phrase is played well. So on to Russ's Herd. So this is the only piece of art I could find to do with the Herd, but it actually looks like the Herd to me. I actually scanned this out of my Uncharted Empires book because Clive from Mantic still hasn't sent me any pictures. Not that I'm complaining, but hey. So this is actually, I think, quite a good Herd list. So take a look at it. So it's got a Horde of Tribe Warriors. I should say that there's 25 points missing. This is actually 1975. There was another item somewhere, but I can't remember what it was, and Russ hasn't answered my message yet. So anyway, it's got a Horde of Tribe Warriors, a Troop of Harpies, 2 hordes of Guardian Brutes, who are kind of like ogres basically, but slightly better. 3 hordes of giant eagles, which are flying, quite nasty. Fragile, but very nasty with 3 hordes of them. Jeez. A stampede with Blessing of the Gods. I think it was Blessing of the Gods. Can't remember. A chieftain on chariot with the Blade of Slashing. And a shaman with heal 5 and Shroud of the Saint. So pumping that up to heal 8. So yeah, there's 25 points somewhere. Can't remember what it is. We'll probably say it when we're going through the armies, and then you can laugh at me for being poor at video editing. But that was it. So let's take a quick look at the battlefield. Okay, so this photo is super blurry, for which I apologise, but I should explain that the camera was attached to a light fitting at this point, and it was wobbling slightly, so sorry about that, but you'll get the idea. So on the battlefield we have got 2 height 4 woods, we have got 2 height 0 difficult terrains, and then off to the right here, so slightly off the picture because I couldn't quite see the screen on account of the fact it was attached to a light fitting, there is a height 4 piece of impassable. It's a giant skull. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 obstacles. No hills. So pretty interesting. I think Russ was conscious that he has a lot of Pathfinder, so he didn't want to kind of like super terrain and give himself an advantage, hence all the obstacles. So yeah, that's the battlefield. Let's take a look at our deployment.
Oh, just to note, because like it was attached to a light fitting, this is really wonky, and I apologise for that. You get kind of the idea of where we're deploying the units, but obviously there is, it's not the best, and I'm not doing that again. But it's what I've got. So sorry. Alright, so that is deployment. Right, now, Russell's army is novelty, so we'll go along his deployment. So from his right to left, we have, what's this?
Horde of Eagles.
Of course it is. And
Chieftain on Chariot.
nice.
Another Horde of Eagles.
Of course it is, definitely not a dragon.
Harpies.
Oh, there they are. Those are nice.
Horde of Brutes.
Of course they are.
Some more Brutes.
Those actually look like brutes, yeah.
Shaman.
Oh, there he is.
Tall Spear, Long Spear, whatever they're called.
Tribal
That's the one.
long horns.
That's it.
Something like that.
Stampede.
Greek stampede. Really nice, I love those.
And then
More eagles.
another unit of Eagles.
And there we have 2,000 points of Lord. So, my right to left, that is Dragon Riders. And then we have a Tree Herder, followed by a heavily, well, they're not proxy, they are actually Forest Shamblers, but these are Awoken Guardians on a horrible wooden base with some novelty blue tax over that. There is a Mounted Prince, that's actually a wizard because I couldn't be able to base a prince. There's the real Green Lady, woo! Actual chariots. And those are the Green Lady's Wild Guard, which are actually tall spears, which, don't worry. And there's a dragon, and the reason I'm cooking on the dragon is that I don't have any cat models. So it's like, these are my, it's my battle cats. It's at my son's toy box. Anyway, right, 2,000 points of Elves. Superstars.
Okay, so I have Vanguard before we started, and like my list is right. Okay, so it's a gimpy list. Okay, so the idea of the Wild Guard is that they can, because they got Grew of Haste, they can Vanguard 14 and then they can charge 14. So theoretically, as long as I win turn 1, I can get a turn 1 charge. And looking at the battlefield, right, I thought I can Vanguard them up the left here. Or I could be a little bit more cautious and put them behind the woods. Or maybe just touching the woods, so out charge range of the Eagles and play a bit more cagey. But I thought, go big or go home. That's what I thought. So I'm going to Vanguard them the full 14 and then pray that I win turn 1. Because if I don't win turn 1, then that unit is just gone. It's dead, isn't it? But, if you're going to play a stupid list, you might as well go stupid and just go full on and do what you can. So that's what I did. Vanguard them up 14. And then I Vanguarded these guys up as well. So these guys went up 12. So the Tree Hood is behind the woods. He's defense 6. I'm not bothered about the Eagles. And the other guys are out of charge range apart from anything other than the Eagles, who also wouldn't be able to do much to them. So I thought, you know what? Let's try it. And the funny thing is, we forgot about Vanguard and we rolled, and I won the first turn. But oh no, I forgot to Vanguard. We'll roll again in a minute. So I Vanguarded, then we rolled, and I, of course, did not win turn 1. So that plan didn't work. So let's take a look at Russ's turn 1 movement. I bet you can't guess what happens on the left. Yeah. So the Harpy's moved over here to provide some screening, which is a smart move. And then he multi-charged the Wild Guard with the Eagles, with the Shaman up behind them, the Chieftain up behind them. Well, there you go. And then this kind of block of melee units moved up, so he's got the 2 brutes on the left and the whatever they're called, spears. What are they called? Longhorns. Into that territory, into that kind of wood, with the Stampede up behind them. The Shaman's also there, up behind them, all inspiring, and he didn't move the Eagles on the right. He just kind of left them there, which is probably quite sensible because it kind of stops me moving things up. And so that's how we look at turn 1. Let's take a look at what happens. I bet you can't guess what happens.
All right, so that was turn 1 movement. My gamble completely failed. I needed turn 1 for this to work, and guess what? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So we're doing this now.
Yeah, we'll do this now. So that's 18 attacks. Pathfinder, so hitting on 4s. Blue one first. So not horrendous. +2. What's your defence?
4.
Also 2s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 off the first one.
I'm not putting it down because they're just dead, but maybe I should put it down just in case.
And that's the second one. 2s again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off them. So that's 4 to 15.
Yeah. And their nerve is 14, 16. Do I want it, please?
No.
No. Well, you know. There you go. It was a lovely plan.
There's not really a lot of I can do there.
Yeah, just stay there, I guess.
They're pretty much as they are, yeah. See if that's a good idea or not.
Mm.
And then that was it for combat. Got no shooting.
That's it.
Done.
End of turn 1.
Alright, so that didn't go great. So, my turn 1. I sent the Battle Cats into the left-hand Eagles. So they are hindered, but I only need to do 1 wound to stop him flying, and that's just really to limit him a little bit. And I was thinking about this, because what I did with the Dragon was send him down the left here, because I wanted to get him out of charge range of anything, really, because the Harpies would have charged him. And I wonder whether it might have been cleverer to send the cats into the right-hand dragon and the dragon into the left-hand. Sorry, the cats into the right-hand eagles. I know they look like dragons, but they're eagles. And the dragon into the left-hand one, because then I would have been out of charge. The Harpies wouldn't be able to see me, and all he could have done was countercharge. And actually, I could have held him up for quite a bit, because I think even only with 10 attacks, Tidarian is so brutal, well, literally brutal. He could probably have won that fight, and the cats could have lasted a turn. Anyway, I didn't. I sent him out the left, and I kind of, in this battle, it became obsessed with trying to get my flyers behind their ranks, which may or may not have been smart. So I sent the dragon down here. He had to move 20, so he's facing completely the wrong direction, but he can then kind of zoom over and flame things. It's also worth noting that if this had been the mystical dragon, he would have had more options, because he could go 20 and then shoot, so I could have moved a little bit less far, and probably flamed off those harpies. But there you go. It is a themed list, and that's what I did. I didn't move the chariots because I wanted them to shoot unhindered into the Guardian Brutes, so I moved my prince up. I didn't attack. He just stopped 1 inch in front of the Guardian Brutes, and that's because I didn't want his Guardian Brutes to flank the Shamblers, who went into the other Guardian Brutes here. So I just decided to move the prince up and then shoot with the chariots into the left-hand Guardian Brutes. Then this tree herder just moved over a little bit so that his Banner of the Griffin covered the Awoken Guardians. And then I moved my Dracons up here. So I'm well within charge range of the Eagles / Dragon on the right-hand side there. But because I've moved them so the eagles are in my flank, and that piece of terrain that you can now see, the blocking terrain, which is the big skull, is covering my flank. He can't charge me. So I was reasonably pleased with that. And then last but not least, I shot the green lady up here because also not wanting them to flank my Woken Guardians. She just moved 20 and plopped herself down in front of the big horde there to... I think she can probably take their charge. She's got a really meaty nerve. She's turned 6. So we'll see how that goes. So that was my turn 1. Let's take a look at it.
Alright, this is already going terribly. So shooting, the chariots are going to shoot these Guardian Brutes. They defense 5.
Defense 5, yep.
Ridiculous. Okay, so it's 16 on... What are they? I don't know what I gave them now. Oh, Elite and Vicious. So 4s and 4s. Because I didn't bring any Bane Charm because it's a stupid list. So 4s and 5s with Elite and Vicious. There's no elites. But look at that roll, man!
So it looked more like you dropped them than rolled them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that gaming? Look at that! It's alright, I'm going to buy 5s now, so don't worry about it. 5s. With Vicious. Hello, my new dice. Big fan of them. So, holy fuck! Okay, these dice are janked. 2, 4, 6, 8. 9 wounds!
Outrageous.
9 wounds. Take it, motherfucker. That's all my shooting. So nerve on them.
15, 18, I think. We'll check it.
7 and 9 is 16.
16.
So wavered, yeah?
So wavered. Yeah, definitely wavered.
Waver them. You got a wavered thing? I don't want.
They've got, yeah, they're wavered.
Stop filming me. Film the table. Fuck off. It's alright, carries on now. Amateur photographers. It's terrible.
Alright, he's back, he's back.
He's back. Right, my cats have gone hindered into some eagles, which is the dragon. It's confusing. So we are 10, which is that lot. 3, 6, 9, 10. On 5s, and they're vicious. So 5s and 4s, yeah?
Yeah.
That's not as good as the last roll.
Superb.
They're rolling a lot of 6s. Right, 5s, 4s. 3 wins.
Yeah, that's better.
And nerve is a billion. Ooh! It's 11 plus 3 is 14. Alright?
I think so.
15.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I had that
it's on
boost
the
in there.
TV,
It's on the computer.
15, 17, so they're alright.
Just about.
Just about. So fine, so 3 wounds. You got like wound counters and stuff.
Yeah,
Do you
I have
want to put the
got them
wounds
down.
on the old... yeah, I'll do it for you.
Only got one pair of hands.
So I'll bounce an inch and an inch. Like that.
Yeah.
So they're going to die, which is fun. Shamblers into brutes. No, not shamblers, they're awoken guardians. So 18 on 4 and 4. Alright. Here we go. That's a 6, I think. This is the problem with dice, I don't know what anything means. Alright, these dice look well ropey. I'm not being funny. That's another roll of 6s they've just like rolled.
There's a 2 hiding in there.
But I'm not being funny. That's right. Might need to change dice because I've not used these dice before in my defence, and they are rolling a lot of 6s. Give them a good shake. 4s. There's still a lot there, isn't it? 2, 4,
This is gonna be
6.
your new tournament dice.
Absolutely. 6 wounds. What's the nerve?
15, 18, I think, on the brutes. 10.
How many wounds was it? 6 wounds, wasn't
6
it?
wounds,
So
I think, yeah.
16.
15, 18.
Wavered.
Wavered, but I've got fury, so I can probably
Yeah, come back.
deal with that.
Yeah, we wait
So I'll
again.
put my wounds down on there in a second.
That's it.
Right, cool.
Right, then on to the herd turn. So, he shot his harpies down here into the woods to threaten my chariots. Got to be, I'm not terribly worried, even in the flank. They're pretty rubbish, so I'm not worried about them attacking my chariots. And then he's pushed both eagles into the cats, which is overkill, but you know, why not? Might as well. I don't think he needed both eagles into the cats. He could have flown one out to more directly challenge the chariots, I think, but we'll see. And then he turned the chieftain around just to get visibility on that dragon, which is kind of hovering facing the wrong way on the left-hand side of the battlefield. Then he didn't move the wavered unit; he just left it there. That was extremely lucky for me. But both of these units went back in. So the Brutes of Fury went back into my Woken Guardians, and he charged the Green Lady with the Horde, which is as expected. And then he's turned and moved these Eagles over here, so basically offering a bit of threat, so that if my Dracons do pop their head out from behind that terrain, which they undoubtedly will, he's got something to threaten them. So yeah, that was turn 2 for the herd. Now let's take a look at it.
Right, turn 2 for the herd. Since you film me so much, I'm just going to film you, you handsome man.
Ha!
Alright, what are we doing?
Right, we're going to try and heal some of the wounds that the chariots did. A silly amount of wounds.
9 wounds.
9 wounds.
with, my,
So we've got
with my cheating dice.
heal lots. So we've got 4. Yep. That's not too bad. Just take 4 wounds off.
Nice.
And then we're on to some combats.
Alright.
So we've got 12. We'll do the brutes.
Alright.
On these guys.
The Awoken Guardians.
24 attacks. Hitting on 4s. I've got 20 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright then, let's pick out the misses. There's not very many misses.
Jesus.
I think it's this bit of the battlefield
It's a spookily...
is hot.
What does WPS mean?
Used to be an old Warhammer tournament.
Did it?
Crushing strength 1, thunderous charge 2.
So you're only thunderous.
So I'm only crushing 1 because you've obviously got rid of that.
So 4s.
Oh, I've used all my 4s up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 wounds. I got wound dice. Look, multitasking. You see, I can do this. Bam.
And
They are fine.
they're fine. So I'll bounce back until I touch my shaman.
Okay.
These were wavered, so they've healed, and then I've got these 2 guys attacking there.
Can I just ask, do you play the rule whereby I would bounce the rest of the inch? Because that was like this big argument on Fanatics. So do I bounce the rest of the inch, or is it just you bounce?
Personally, I don't really know. I wouldn't really
It's quite important for reasons.
Okay, if you want to bounce back the rest of the inch, if that makes you happy.
It does me a little bit, but then I feel like Adam Padley's going to tell me I'm cheating.
Don't worry about it.
Because I thought you make the inch. I don't know.
I thought you just
I'm
basically.
I'm in the camera too, like a mirror.
I thought you, as long as you could bounce back even a millimetre, you would.
You bounce and leave it. That's fine.
That's how I.
That's what Padley says, and Padley's the man.
Okay. So over here, hopefully kill some cats. 18 attacks on 4s. Oh, not brilliant, but should be all right. So that's the first. Plus 2, defense 3.
Defense 2.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next batch of eagles.
They're only a 10, 12, by the way.
4s again. And anything but. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So double ones.
Double 1s.
Twice.
Twice.
Because he's very inspiring.
Just.
Ooh. Goodbye, my
then
beautiful
we'll
toy cats.
We'll turn these
90.
this way.
Unbelievable.
And I'm thinking we're going to probably turn these guys. I could face that way. That's where the action is.
That is where the action is. Okay, it's not looking very good for me here. Not liking my list very much.
I'm liking your dice though.
You got to do this one.
Oh yeah. 30 attacks. There's 20 here.
Do you want 10 more? Yeah. I've 10 little ones.
I'll definitely take your dice.
Sorry, these are my shit dice. They normally roll terrible.
4s. Let's just quickly pick out the misses. That's not too bad.
Oh, 30 is okay.
Spot any? One more there. And then hammer, I've measured 4, so it doesn't matter that you defend 6, it's going to be 4s. And I want a nice cheeky roll now. Not so good. 1, 2, 3.
See,
4,
my dice won't betray
5,
their masters.
6, 7.
7 wounds on the old green lady.
So, what's 14 something?
He's got Banner of the Griffin.
Oh, God.
So she's currently a I've lost my sheet. She's a 15-17 inspired. So if you 10 twice now, she's fine. You can't bounce, so I bounce?
Yep. And I'll give you a dice back.
Thanks. Good job, guys.
There we go.
Is that it?
That's it.
Terrible. Alright, turn 2, back to me.
Alright, so my turn 2. The dragon hopped over here, so he's out of line of sight of anything. But still can't see anything, so again, not sure I've done the best thing. Maybe I should have just charged the shaman and the warlord, whatever he's called. What is he called? Chieftain in the front. I don't think I made very good use of my dragon. Actually, charging the chieftain in the front, I might have done quite a lot. So, but I was, again, like I say, I was kind of obsessed with trying to get behind the lines and get flanks and stuff. But actually, Taldarian's quite fierce, so I should have just charged into the front. So there you go, a bit of learning for me again. Use what you got. These chariots, again, I wasn't worried about the harpies, so I just moved them forward so they're out of the line of sight of the eagles poking around the woods. So he couldn't see my chariots because I really wanted to finish off that unit of guardian brutes with a bit of shooting. The prince went into the other guardian brutes because I was moderately confident I'd be able to shoot off the left-hand brutes, and then the middle brutes have also got some wounds on them. So I thought, okay, let's get rid of their thunderous, and B, let's just see if my powerful 3 attacks can do anything. And then we worked out that just by pivoting slightly and moving forward, I was still, even with the small gap that was between them, I was able to flank into his horde here with the Awoken Guardians. It's a really big risk because they've got a really beefy nerve, but I was hopeful that I would be able to do something there, because if I don't, then I'm going to get flanked by the other brutes, which would be very painful. So I was hoping to pop them in a single go. Let me Bane chant my list, so it's a very big risk, but I thought, go big or go home. That's the theme of my list. So I flanked there, and then the green lady shot over here. So this is my cunning plan, right? So I plonked the green lady in front of these eagles, which means nothing because they've got fly. However, I then turned my tree herder so he could cast Critters Call. So the idea is Critters Call them so they can't move, put the green lady in front of them, she regen a few wounds, and then they're stuck for another turn, which meant I could have moved the Dracons up like this. Now, this was definitely a mistake. So I've moved the Dracons up because I'm not bothered about the Eagles flanking them, and I wanted to hammer in next turn with them. However, what I really should have done here is move them so that they could see both the Eagles and the melee blocks as well. So I had the choice of what to attack. I didn't do that, and I think I'm going to regret that, but we shall see. Because the Dracons would have had a good chance of popping Eagles if I'd have charged them next turn, assuming the Green Lady survives. Even if the Green Lady doesn't survive. So with the Critters Call going off, they would have been stuck there, and then the Dracons could have finished them off next turn. Didn't do that. So we shall see how this one plays out. Let's take a look at the rolls.
Alright, my turn 2. Yes, it's only turn 2. Alright. How is it only turn 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you charged me on turn 2, that's fine. Alright, so shooting. I'm going to shoot this dude with them, but they've moved. So 5s this time. Come on, janky dice. Dice of jank. Make me happy. 5s with elite. They've not made me as happy this time, if I'm honest.
That's all right.
It's okay, there. The jank continues.
And 5s again, I think.
5s again.
There's a 4 in there. You can replay the video back.
I trust you. 1, 2. Vicious. 2. So he's up to 7 wounds because you healed him.
Yep.
I'll do it in case. We're going to Critters Call your whatever it's called.
Eagle.
Eagles. It's definitely an eagle. A very, very big eagle. Right, so 8 on 4s and then 4s again. Shit, that's terrible. Just need 1. Oh, 1.
Yes.
So he is disordered with 1 damage. You want? Yeah, I do. Disordered with 1 damage. Green Lady, by the way, regened some wounds. 3 wounds. Alright, nerve on your dudes.
Yep.
Guardian Brutes. Ooh, that's not
Yeah,
good.
don't need to worry about that. It's a 3.
Alright. That's that. So let's do the prince in the flank of these ones, because that's quite fun. So he's got 3 hold attacks, I believe. That's the wrong list. There it is. Elven Prince, 3 attacks on 3s with crush 1. So 3s and 4s. So it's 6. He doesn't double his individuals and double his attacks, does he?
No,
so what did I do that for then?
You just thought it was clever.
3s. 4s. 1. Go up to 7.
There we go. 7.
10. Fuck.
No, he's happy.
Okay, this could be really bad. Guardian. So Awoken Guardians on what are they called?
Spear dudes.
Tribal Spears. 1921. Defense 4. So we are doing 36 attacks with crush 1, life leech 2.
Hitting on 6s.
Hitting on 4s, my good man. So this should be 30. We trust me, right?
Yeah.
It's 30 on
Be gentle.
4s. It's pretty bad. Let's take these out and then re-roll 6 of them. I like rolling bigger dice. Bigger dice just feels better. Makes me feel more of a man.
Yeah, it's not brilliant. But I think you'll probably be alright.
2, 4, 6 more. Alright. And then 4s again. Oh, 3s.
Yeah.
That's good. I'll take that.
How many
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 wounds.
Okay.
And they're in 1921.
Nice and low.
Here we go, babies. So that's 6 and 13, 19, wavered. Shit for me though, because I'm going to get flanked now. Kind of wanted to pop them. That's
Never mind.
You're wavered. Yeah, I'll put your wavered token back. So I go bounce, and I bounce, but it doesn't matter. Life leech down to 3, but you're still going to bam me in the side there.
Happy? Ha! Done?
Okay, so he moves. So this is quite. I like this move. I think it's really good. So he moved the harpies up here. He just literally shot them forward as far as they could go with the turns they needed to put them directly in front of my chariots. So my chariots have to charge them. And then he moved these eagles down and turned them. So they are a threat to my chariots. And moved this eagle across. So we spent a lot of time positioning it to make sure that the chariots couldn't turn and kind of slide down the side of the harpies to hit those eagles. So my only choice is to shoot or then to charge the harpy. So that was, I think, a really good move using his chaff. And then he moved this shaman up. So he's out of the line of sight of the dragon. But wherever the dragon lands, then he's got something on him as long as I land in front of him. So that was good. And then... So the left-hand guardian brutes went into my prince, so he's going to die, but he's doing his job, which is blocking, so I was happy about that. Unfortunately, the other guardian brutes did get the flank onto my awoken guardians, which is bad news for me. Then the wavered horde just turned because they couldn't do much else. And the other unit of eagles went into the green lady, and I'm reasonably confident that she is going to survive that. So yeah, that was turn 3 for the herd.
Combat.
There we go. This shambles continues. Really?
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, you've moved your wall?
Oh yeah. Someone would have spotted that and commented, wouldn't they?
They would. I'm refusing to name check Grant. I've got to say it now. I said it now. Every video. It's always Grant. Love Grant. Go on, Em. What are you doing first?
So, no shooting. So we'll do some combat. We'll go onto the green lady first because I don't think it's going to do anything. 20 attacks, hitting on 4s.
And no Thunderous.
Thunderous because you did shooting damage, wasn't it? So they still keep it. It's got to be combat, isn't it?
He's disordered though.
Ah, cool. Yeah. Well, in that case, it's definitely not going to do anything.
It's a lot of 4s.
Yeah, 6 is in a second, isn't it? Is the 1. Okay, so be nice to get 1-6 so I can at least attempt.
Yeah.
There we go.
1-6.
1-6.
So she's up to 5.
And she's away from the griffin.
Yeah, so she's 14, 16.
7. Nah.
13. She's alright.
That's that one. Oh man.
Oh, taking it with me.
Brutes in the flank.
This is
That's
not. This is going to hurt.
4.
Jesus. 48.
1, 2, 3, 4 extra. Says pick up the misses.
On 4s and 3s. Jesus.
So this is the first batch. So you obviously attacked me the previous turn, so it's just crushing 1.
I didn't.
No, you didn't attack me the previous.
I did. Thank you.
Of course you did, yeah. So plus 1.
Thunderous.
Crushing 1. So,
Yeah, so 4s.
4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And second lot of attacks.
How many was that for?
That was 5 from the
5.
first batch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Pick out the hits. Not very good. 4s.
Am I going to survive this? Probably not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
You're definitely not going to survive this. 7 and 8 is what? 15.
Yeah.
15.
Any rerolls?
They got mind thirst, so yeah. So dead. No surprise, that wasn't the cleverest of moves.
There's not a lot they can do. They're sort of roadblocked in.
By your own units.
So that's about it. And then the next one here, pretty much the same again. Obviously, don't double it because you're an individual. Hitting on 4s. These ones have got thunderous. 1, 2, 3, 4 extra. Pick out the misses.
He's defense 5, so 3s.
Plus 1, plus the thunderous. You didn't do anything to him, did you?
2s.
That's it. Yeah, there's another one there.
He's an 11, 13, so
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
that's it. So 1.
Double 1, here we go.
He doesn't have mind thirst. That'll teach me for using a mage model as a prince. I guess a mage could be a prince.
I'm
Just forgot his wand.
to turn these round randomly because I don't know where your dragon's going.
Fair enough.
Might just stop him.
Seems to be me. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got many units left, really.
All right, so my dragon. So there was a spot here specifically where I could move down and still be a threat. And the plan here, because I'm not very happy with what I did here, but I didn't leave myself much of a choice because the Drakons could have charged into the Longhorns and would undoubtedly have popped them, but then they would have taken a front charge from the Stampede. Not good. And because I didn't leave myself the option of charging the Eagles, really I could have either just backed up, which is feasible, put myself back in, but then that leaves the Eagles, free to fly around. Or I could shoot them forward 20 and pop them behind the Stampede. Now again, this is where I was slightly obsessed with getting units behind things. Now, this did leave them with the potential of being flanked by the Guardian brutes that he turned around. However, because I moved my dragon there, the plan was to flame them and to kill them, or at least waver them. They've got a low waver value, so there is a reasonable chance there. And I felt with the amount of wounds they had on them, and because Rich forgot to heal that time, and given how badly I'm losing, I wasn't nice. He was like, "Oh, could I do it anyway?" And I'm like, "Nah." I think if it was more even game, I would have been like, "Yeah, of course you can, buddy." But this time I was like, "No, you cannot." So I was hopeful that I could flame them off and then leave the Drakons in the backfield, kind of threatening. Unfortunately, well, I really should have left them with the chance to charge those Eagles, but I didn't. So there you go. That's 2020 hindsight for you. And then I took the Tree Herder into the Horde instead. I had a couple of options. I could have taken them into the middle, the Guardian Brutes on the right next to the Horde. But in this case, I wasn't sure that the Stampede couldn't have then charged me, and I was concentrating on trying to stop his hordes getting over to my half of the board. So I took the tree herder into them. It does leave him open to a charge from the stampede afterwards, assuming he kills them. I think I was hoping for a waver again, a second waver. A little bit hopeful perhaps at this point. And then the green lady kind of, since we couldn't block the eagles anymore, I started to block the other guardian. So I could have swapped the tree herder and her around, which might have been a smarter move. But as you can see, I'm not playing very smart in this game. And then the chariot, having no other option, went to the side of these harpies, knowing full well that at least I can kill them. I'm pretty certain to kill them, and then I can just take a front charge from the two eagles. Probably going to kill me anyway, but you never know. So that's what I did. My game is very much falling apart here, but let's see how it rolls out.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to shoot in. Regen 1 off the green lady. So we're going to... Oh, I've got shooting. I've got breath.
Of course you have, yeah, got breath. Onto the brutes. Going to try and kill them.
Yeah.
So that they can't charge the dragons.
Here we go. So breath 15, because he's a proper dragon. He's brutal. How about that? I haven't actually attacked anything yet. Is he elite? Oh, he is. Just as well. Elite. 1. That's not very good, is it?
It's got potential.
And 5s.
Yeah.
3.
3.
Wish he was vicious. So 3. What's he on to now?
I think he's on. I can't remember now. Just picked it up without looking at the dice. I think he's on that now.
You reckon he's 10?
I think he was on. I think he was on 7. Was it 8? Was it 7? See what you roll on the nerve test. We can argue about it afterwards, can't we?
All right. That'll fucking do it.
With a reroll.
That won't do it, will it?
That wouldn't have done it anyway.
So he's 13 or 14. Damn. Well, Guardian Brutes 14.
15, 18. They've got the big.
18,
They've got the big gap between the.
So you're going to flank my Dracons next turn. This game's not going very well for me, Russ. I've got to be honest. Everything's going a bit shite.
I think my dragons are scaring your dragon off.
Your eagle dragons. All right then. Chariots in the flank of the whatever they're called. Do you want me to roll it?
Not really.
We should just double one it.
Just double one it. That's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Just do that.
What the?
There you go.
I better roll the damage then. They're just on 1 million damage.
They got regen.
They got.
I don't.
No, they don't.
They don't have regen, so
Just the walking.
we'll just put 1 million wounds on them, and you'll sniff on them at some point, and they'll dissolve.
Yeah, because that's the target I'm going to choose. Out of everything you've got in this alive, I'm going to choose this unit of harpies to kill for no reason. Okay, tree herder on these tribal spears.
So they're on 13 wounds already.
7 attacks, 3s and 2s.
Do you want to move your double ones out of the way?
No, I want to remind me of my pain. Yeah. Right, anyway. 7 attacks, 3s and 2s. Four wounds. So they are.
So I'm going to check the dice I'm picking up now, so it goes to 5.
Oh, is that 12?
A lot.
17. They're in 19, 21.
Yeah.
Again? Is it in 6 yet? Okay. I've killed something!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
They are dead.
I'm now going to get stampeded in the front and dragoned in the rear.
Well, eagled.
Eagled. But if I reversed... Could I reverse? No, I'm not going to get out of the woods, am I?
D6 backwards.
I can go D6 forwards. So it's a 50mm base. Hang on, I've got it somewhere. Just a thought. Can I get within an inch? No, I can't. So I'm still going to be in the woods, so he can definitely see me no matter what. If I turn, if I just turn, makes no difference, does it? I'd rather be flanked by eagles than flanked by a dragon, even at defense 6.
I think you're
Thunderous
dead.
3.
I think you're dead. But unless I do a double one, like you just did.
He did a good job. He killed a unit, so, you know. Yeah, take that. I'm not sure I'm going to run this list again, Russ, if I'm honest. It seemed like a bit of fun at the beginning.
I'm having fun.
I'm glad you are. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, turn 4.
All right, so pretty disastrous all round. Not particularly caring about my dragon. The chieftain just went over here so he could pop down into my half towards the end of the game, which is fast approaching because eagle in the flank, eagle in the front. That's going to make short work of the chariots there. Guardian brutes into the flank of dracons. Other guardian brutes on the green lady, and then multi-charge on the tree herder. So the hammers very much fell in this turn. Hold on to your hats. Here he comes.
Continuing the embarrassment. Right, you remember to heal this time?
Yeah, I'm going to remember to heal.
Check you out.
I still got away with it last time. Wow. 2.
Amazing. What are you healing?
These guys.
Okay.
That's my
Shooting.
magic shooting done.
Amazing.
Combat. So we'll have all the dice. Brutes into the flank of the dragons. The dragons have had quite a good game.
Shut up.
4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick up the misses.
That's just
Plus lots.
Is it 3 plus 2 plus 1 times 2?
3 plus 1.
3 plus 2 plus
or
1.
2 plus 1.
So 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 2s. They're just dead, aren't they?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
They're a 15, 17, so this isn't looking good.
And then same again. 4 more. Pick up the misses. Missed. I just need a couple of these to do something really, don't I? Yep. Lots.
Okay.
And then
Now inspiring.
we'll go element games dice.
Oh, why?
Nearly.
Why, God?
Nearly let me down, I did.
That's
but-
like the third 3 you've rolled. It's like my incredibly breakable model. I'm still quite proud of this model, though. Even though it's like one of the early ones I did.
Right,
I'm dead now anyway.
Stampede. It's been hidden behind the spears all game. 30 attacks, hitting on 4s. It's got elite. Jeez. No 1s. Took out the... So I'll do these first.
There's another 3 there.
Oh yeah.
And there.
Where? Oh yeah. And then this is plus lots again, isn't it?
It's just Stampede is Thunderous 3. So
Thunderous 3, crushing 1.
He's 6. Is he?
Pretty sure, yeah. He's got one Thunderous, hasn't he?
Crushing 1, Thunderous 3, yeah, it's 2s.
2's, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 more. Again, re-rolling any 1s. There's a 1. Pick up the misses, most of them. 4 more.
13.
13. And then all we've got, oh jeez man, we've got the eagle in the flank.
Eagle.
He's definitely an eagle,
Yeah.
because he's missed most of them. Are we on double 1 yet?
Nope.
Not far off.
He's an 18, 20.
4s, 1, 2, 3 more.
14, 15, 17.
And then last batch, picking out the misses. And 4s again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, for 1s now.
Double 1, we'll go element games again.
And again.
5,
Yeah.
7.
I think this is quite a cute model. Not that I'm going to use them again, but. Hooray!
So,
Focus, damn you.
I don't
Just have to trust me, it's cool.
think they would fit that way.
So just to summarise, right now, you haven't even rolled
Probably going to die.
this immediate kill. I have 1 dragon. That's it, that's literally it. I've got the green lady. Where is she? Here. Dragon and the green lady, and you have 2 hordes of guardian brutes, a stampede, all three eagles. Only there's 3 wounds on that one, and there's 1 wound on that one, and it's chieftain, and it's turn 4.
Guardian Brute, 24 attacks, hit on 4s, 4 extra dice, 1, 2, 3, 4. Picking up the misses, and so they're Thunderous 2, Crushing 1, so they're going to lose 1 point of Thunderous, they're going to get +2 in all, so I'm going to need 4s to wound, and see if we can kill her. Doubtful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not too bad. Puts her on to 12. Sticking with the blue dice.
Again. So 8 and 12, 20 years she did not. So I just have a dragon left now.
So he'll turn. And then we've got 1,000,000 attacks onto the chariots. I'll do the one in the front first, 20 dice. Take 2 out.
Why are you even rolling this?
Do you want me to double one it?
Yeah. Because we can just double one. Make this over. And
Double 2.
Double 2.
And there we go. Turn 4.
One of these chariots is made entirely out of green stuff.
Well done.
Can you guess which one?
I can't actually. Maybe this one?
Yeah. Because it's got slightly chunkier
Yeah.
blue stuff and green stuff. So you only buy a pack of chariots, you get 3. And I'm like, they're really expensive. Don't get in trouble with Mantic, don't know. Anyway, is that the end of your stupid go?
I could probably turn some stuff around, but
Yeah, if you like.
I don't know if I really need to. I don't think your dragons can see all that much. It's going to probably catch and kill something.
Before he gets murdered.
I suppose I could turn these round.
Oh, it's a shame. I was looking forward to that fucking rear charge.
The only thing is, then these were a bit stuck. I was hoping that you're out of range. Yeah. So he's just mainly got front charges. Yeah, happy.
Smug bastard.
All right. So, assuming you're still watching this, and God bless you if you are, I did have one last sneaky clever move. Slightly pointless given the amount of unit strength, but he'd left his shaman out from the back of his units. There was a spot, so my dragon could fly over here and hit the shaman, and then I just needed I think a 2-inch overrun to get into the flank of the stampede. So that's what I did.
We're still on turn 4. Jesus, where's turn 4? I thought you were turn 5.
Might have been my turn 5, I think. I think this is the last turn anyway, really, isn't it?
No. There's still... No. Okay, so I have... Right, we're going to attack the individual. What's she got?
She's not horrendous. She's actually a he.
Shaman. Yeah, you can have female shaman.
I suppose so.
Defense 4, 11, 13. Individual inspiring. Right, anyway, it's 10 attacks on 3s and 2s.
With elite.
Really. And brutal.
And brutal.
I bet she won't die though, because that's my luck in it today. Even with this chunky list. 2, 4, 6, 8. 3s.
Oof.
That'll do. And to be fair, I did get that one good roll at the beginning. 2s.
Not got vicious.
2, 4, 6, no, 7.
Yeah.
So she is a 9, 11.
Obviously inspiring.
Again. So she's very dead.
She is very dead, and then that's going to give you
An overrun.
overrun. Don't roll a 1.
6.
He's fine.
Into the flank of the
His
stampede.
flank.
So now we're 20 attacks on 3s and 2s. With brutal.
Not a bad roll.
Okay. Oh, no.
Probably be disappointed to not.
I don't think I'll kill him to be honest. But we'll see.
it. Obviously, my inspiring's gone.
Are you trying to be nice to me? It's very sweet.
Well, I'm feeling quite confident at this point, so
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 wounds.
I think they're about 18.
Stampede 18, 20.
Yeah, so
13, so I need to get
just roll high, and we don't need to
7.
work it out.
a 7. That'll do.
That will do it. It's a 10.
Stampede's gone.
So we'll remove
And plus,
that.
no one can see me.
But I've got that much unit strength for invasion.
I can only kill 1 unit a turn. That's the main problem.
You can obviously just fly off.
Should we call it there?
Yeah. Cheers.
Alright, so that's done. Cheers, mate. Good game. I say good game. Fucking shit game. Yeah. So the trick is, if you're going to bring a stupid list, be good at the game.
Yeah, that would help. Definitely.
Anyway, well done. And not a lot else to say, really. I was just saying, so the point, right, I guess it was Tom Robinson's suggestion to put Brew of Haste onto those, whatever they're called, Green Ladies Wild Guards, so you can get turn 1 strikes.
Okay.
But he's obviously quite a good player. And I think that's possibly where I've fallen down there. So we've got turn 1, it might be, a little bit more of a different game. But no, that was silly, and I won't be running that list again. But there you go, bit enough. Cheers.
Cheers.
See you next time on Death by Dragons. Dramatic Pose!
Ah, right. So you may be shocked to find out that the Herd won that game. I did enjoy it. I think watching it back and kind of putting this together, I don't think it was quite as terrible as I kind of made out. I think I made a lot of silly mistakes, and I had quite a few kind of bad dice, or rolled under rather than over a couple of times maybe. But it is what it is, and I didn't play very well. So definitely a learning experience. We've agreed that I can come and get my revenge with maybe a slightly more tuned list of our next game. But it was really fun, and Russ was a super nice guy, and I want to thank him for welcoming me into his home. So yeah, good time was had by all. The only thing that's left to say is thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Death by Dragons.